The history of English rock music in India is a story of patience and passion. Having strived for years to find their rightful place in the Indian music industry, the efforts of the early musicians are now bearing fruit. And as a result, there are numerous successful English bands all around us. But it wasn't always like this. And Adam Avil, who found the band Greek back in 1989, knows the story only too well. This 16-year-old footage is of Greek performing at the iconic Independence Rock Festival. Greek was formed by Adam Avil and comprised Luke, Eddie, Joy, Brian and Ulysses. The time to hesitate is true. The time to wallow in the mire. China, we can only lose now, baby. And let me come out, funeral fire. Come on, baby, let's sing it. Hey! Towards the end of this concert, Greek, known for their wild ways, got into a brawl with a section of the audience and the organizers. They were banned from the Independence Rock Festival. But for Greek, in 1997, it just did not matter. What you like mine. For they were soon to tour Russia, one of the first Indian bands to do so. And despite the initial success, Luke Kenny left the band and Greek became Pralay. Adam and Pralay soon embarked on a journey which saw them experimenting more and also incorporating classical instruments into their music. Anurag Kashyap, in his early Mumbai years, lived with Greek's manager Hermito at St. Xavier's College. He later modeled the lead characters of his film Panch on the members of Greek. But the highest point of their success was when Pralay was nominated for the Grammy Awards in 2003. But the anger and angst in their music was still expressed through rock. But the times were changing. The proliferation of internet, easier downloading of music, and portable music devices like the iPod ensured that record companies had to look at business afresh. Most big labels and some musicians had to reinvent themselves. Some, like Adam, went completely under, and Pralay finally broke up. I traveled to Mahim and met Adam at his brother's studio. He has recently returned to the music circuit and is planning a comeback of sorts.
We were jobless and there were no shows. We were trying to get jobs, but because you put 10 years in music, it's also difficult to get a corporate job. Basically, it was a dead end because nothing was happening, and then you become a failure in front of your parents, in your friends, in your society, because and you're termed as a loser. So, and then the band members started to think, I need to quit this and get on to something better to change my life. So that's how the remaining guys have got into better jobs. And
dream light stays bright, we will arise. Let your love shine on me. Will you love me? Will it be real? Will you nail me like a deer? Like a deer. Come home, hold my hand. Oh, come and show me the way. Come and hold my hand. Oh, come and show me the way. I want to connect to this universe, feel my breath inside of you. I've been waiting for a million years just to say hello to you. Say hello to you, my friends. Oh, come and hold my hand. Oh, come and show me the way. Oh, come and hold my hand. Come and show me the way.
some of our friends, Manipuri friends, were looking for musicians from the B Road, the college hostel. So we had friends and they suggested that we send our demo to them, and there was a band called Postmark in Imphal. So they called us, me and my brother. So we went to Manipur in the early 90s, and to perform over there. That was my first, exposure to big crowd. We came back, we recorded most content, and then we met Luke Kenny, who was the singer for a band for a while, and we were called Greek around that time, and we recorded around 6-7 songs, and it was a very big thing, I remember, because we were recording at this studio, Napoleon studio in Juhu, and some of the other musicians also came by because to hear, oh, some band is doing original music. So it
We were brothers, and music was our life. Every day was an adventure because we used to just go to a practice place and basically practice the entire day and have fun. It was with whatever little means. Other drummer who was the loaded chap, we used to pounce on him because he was the guy who got all the money and everything. So there would be beers and whatever he could manage, and it was basically fun. It was the best time that we had when the band was
Active.
at its prime.
So we did the college circuit, we did the, competitions. Once we did this thing in somewhere in Vashi, where we were doing a competition, and we got into a huge fight where the other musicians, they came to beat us up on stage because we were so aggressive on stage that we kicked the amplifier which belonged to some musicians, and it almost broke out to a very big fight, and we had to run away and came running to our car, and a huge crowd came to beat us, and we all got ourselves on our equipment in the car, and we just drove off to the station. So that was the experience. In '97 we got this break to go to Russia. We were picked by the promoters who came down to Bombay, and they were looking bands from throughout the country. I guess our hard work from the early 90s to '97 just paid off by us getting a mini tour in Russia.
Ooh, what a wonderful world, such a fucked up life. Is anybody in your cares whether this boy lives or dies? And the fire in me and the monster that on me has chickened out. What do I write when all my thoughts have died? This paper and this pen, when all it does it inspires for me to leave. Just a suicide note behind, yeah. Ooh, oh Lord, I pray. Ooh, oh, wait for a better day. Ooh, I knocked on the devil's gate. Won't somebody show me the way?
It felt like we got into some kind of Disneyland, as I told you earlier, and there was a lot of girls. Yeah, a lot of girls, maybe because of the population. Yeah, maybe because of, as I said, the population, and as well as we just had a great time over there. Finally, going on the international stage, performing on the Russian channel, and a lot of beautiful girls, as if from the fashion magazine pages, they walk into your life. All of us had a great time over there because it was a big party in Russia. So
So you come back and there's a Grammy
oh
nomination.
yeah. We were signed through a label called Sonic Wave International. A guy called Anand Bhatt. We cut an album over there. We sent it to him. So he did the mixing and all that. So he had sent a CD to them, and it was shortlisted for the Grammys.
So was your music also changing?
Yeah, music was. We were basically using a lot of Indian classical scales and all that. And I would say that recently now, what we're doing right now is a very focused approach. So the music is a little heavier with a lot of Indian classical scales.
This nothing's for me. This life seems like a come and go. Do you look inside your dreams? They just keep on falling apart. More I push, the slower it goes, and in the end they'll fade away. Sometimes high and sometimes low. Can't understand this wheel of life. And why high the sun won't shine on me, and why high it won't shine on me, and why high the sun won't shine on me, and why high it won't shine on me, shine on me, yeah, yeah.
So you were telling me earlier that you knew everybody in all these recording companies which all came tumbling down. How was it then? I mean, what did you do?
I did a lot of jobs, and because of my passion, maybe and if there was an opportunity, I used to leave because I used to run to them for the music for one show, and then again I used to lose the job, and again. So in this way, I did a lot of jobs with a lot of companies. Most of the time, I used to think, man, I should just I just wanted to probably jump in front of a train or something. So those were the thoughts which were going into my mind.
Having waited for 9 long years, Adam is trying to make a comeback. He's playing live concerts and judging college competitions. He's also working closely with Gabe Reed, who in the past has managed bands like Guns N' Roses, and is in the process of recording an album.
Just did a gig 2 days back at Kino's 108, which is done by another friend of mine, Rishu Singh. And I'm going to play a solo gig on the 6th of June. Like how we spoke earlier about technology, changing and no money from the CD and transaction of all that. But on the other hand, like in everything, like there's a good and bad to everything. There's day and night. Similarly, in our case, also the technology has been a gift for me to reconnect back to the music. Seriously, when I started, and the only dream was, the band was called Greek, and I just visualized myself that, when I picked up the guitar and I got Luke and Eddie, and the music started taking over you, and I said, this band has to be the best band in the world. And I was just 19-year-old then. Yeah, today I'm 42, yeah. So and it takes almost 20 years to see it coming in shape now.
Though we didn't achieve a dream of what we wanted to go, I guess we are doing our own thing, and we still have that dream. He still carries a dream of being a big rock star one day.
I don't want to be a rock star.
Yeah, please. I mean, doing music. I in my own way, I want to compose music and make people happy. Jingles and movies, well, whatever comes my way.
And I will burn, and I will burn till I die. Can't you hear me scream? Can't you hear me call out your name?
The process of creating music is an end in itself, and it creates a passion which keeps musicians like Adam going for 20 long years. Stay tuned to Beat Street as I travel across Mumbai to make more sense of the music around me. If you like this show, send me a feedback at feedback@cityfirst.tv. You're watching Beat Street with me, Suhail Banerjee, only on City First.
Yeah, I kept faith mainly because you can't stop what you have inside you. and everybody has a calling. So for me, it is this, and I'll keep on continuing to, to show up and